Fireworks.
Confirm and go live.
We are live now, friend.
Well, son of a bitch. Okay.
Here we are, friend. We are live now.
Friend.
Matthew and I were just discussing how much we hate Jeff Bezos because he is an iguana with aspirations to humanity. But because his cold reptilian heart knows nothing of the way of man or humanity or primates in general, all he can do is consume and destroy.
What the heck?
What?
Why is this doing all this for me?
It ain't doing anything for me.
Wow.
Can you see my screen?
Now sign into the TV. The fuck?
I'm gonna...
Oh, wow. Okay.
Are you good?
I'm struggling here, Pete.
What's the matter, buddy?
Here we go. All right.
I got this live video up. I'm gonna start sharing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna copy that link. I'm gonna give it.
I'm gonna go down here and
I'm gonna give it to my lady friend first.
Hit up Davey. Because he's my boy.
Davy Jones Locker, right?
Davy Jones Locker.
Avi.
Yeah.
Okay. All these movies are leaving HBO Max, and it's like, what the fuck am I paying for? The fact that you had most of the Nightmare on Elm Street films was a big reason why I wanted to join in the first place. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Jump in the line, everybody on time.
Streaming on YouTube now. Now it's not spelled with an I. Come on by.
When she light up the bottom, it go
like a rocket now.
Jump in the line.
Everybody in time.
Dude, Harry Belafonte was cool, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think... Is he still alive?
I don't think so. If he is, he's older than dirt.
Yeah, because he was like relevant during the civil rights shit. Dude.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, go ahead.
He was like with fucking Muhammad Ali and all them.
Was he?
James Baldwin. Yeah, James Baldwin. Shit like that.
That's dope.
That whole era of civil rights.
Okay, I shared the face page.
Oh, sharp. I need to as well.
Oh, sharp. I'm going to share it to Twitter too, why not? Come watch me draw and talk nonsense with
for fun
at enormous podcast. Tweet. Oh, I forgot to. I gotta add the link. Paste. Come on by. Tweet. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, so.
There we go. Eva Cherie. There we go.
I don't even know why I bother tagging my mom and sister. They don't even come watch. They don't even watch. Oh, you're working?
That doesn't seem real.
That's not real. That's fake.
That's not real.
Doesn't seem real. Anyway, for the stream, I want to work on some digital inking of a couple of things. Then maybe towards the end, if we get some people watching.
So far, we aren't even showing up as watching. So, and I'm watching on 2 devices, so that's false.
I got 2 watchers. I got the chat up. So.
Okay, yeah, I got the chat up too. I got
Anyway.
2 phones.
2 tickets to paradise.
Oh, World
Pack
Shop
all
Classics.
of your bags, and we will go. Yeah, World Shop Classics. I explained that to Anna the other day. I'm like, there's a whole flippin' genre of music that I call Weld Shop Classics. Because they were
the best of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today.
The best, the best, the best. I'm going to bump up the size of this. So right now, for anyone who joins or watches later, I'm working on a drawing of a D&D monster that was referred to as a Vegapygmy. This seems like not a very good name. It seems disrespectful and inappropriate. But I don't know if they're called anything different now. But the original art of it is a little bit silly.
Also, don't know if it's actually disrespectful or not.
Yeah, I really don't know either, but it sounds like it is, you know? Because I don't know if pygmy is an outdated term. Because I believe it would refer to a group of people who live in the Congo. Is that not correct?
I thought they were Bush people.
The only reason
TBH and the Kalahari.
The only reason I thought they lived in the Congo is because they had that story of killing and eating a Mokele Membe.
Oh, maybe there is that variety of genetically short people in other places.
Could very well be. We are 2 ignorant white slabs of meat. So please don't get mad at us if we say something dumb. It isn't because we don't care. It's because we just don't know. And
I am so close to a pork chop. I get nervous around barbecue sauce.
Right. I see a grill and I'm just like sweating. But that's hard. That's may not be really indicative of much because I sweat all the time.
That's true.
I am just going through and trying out these brushes to see what sticks.
This is true. What happened to Bob's big backyard?
What happened to Bob's dump truck? I want something that looks a little bit more natural, a little bit rougher.
You know what really brings the boys to the yard? Not milkshakes.
No. What is it?
Bob's
big belly.
Bob's big belly.
Let me see. We got Jack's back. There's a lot of Jack's back. Look at all this shit. Here's Jack's back stiff. Jack is back and he's stiff. Hey, Jack. Is that a brush in your pocket or are you happy to see me? Did you ever think about how randy that is and how that was like in an old movie? Like, it's weird to think about people in the 1940s talking about boners.
Yeah, no, it is.
But then you go back and listen to, like, female jazz singers at the time or blues singers, and they literally use the word pussy.
Man, blues has always been about sexuality.
Yeah.
Always.
I had no idea. Because they don't talk about that, you know?
Randy Savage. Well, if it isn't our own friend, Ham Austin.
Look who decided to come join us. The prodigal son returns. Oops. Hi, Austin. Thank you for coming by. I'm currently inking this drawing of a D&D monster called a Vegapygmy, and we just had a discussion about whether or not the term pygmy is insensitive, because we don't know.
And to save ourselves from possible future ridicule, we'll hereby be referred to as a Vegemite.
Vegemite.
Jack's back scratcher, dude.
It works on so many levels. Oh, Austin just said self-portrait.
No, he's doing a portrait of me. Now how insensitive are you, Austin?
Yeah. What a butt weasel. Where the hell is Bob's big belly?
I don't know.
It's just fun to say.
It is fun to say.
Ooh, I kind of want to try this brush pen, though. What's up, buddy?
these feel like they're in alphabetical order, so I would guess it would be somewhere in the past.
That feeling is correct, but I didn't really think about that till just well.
Hamlin says I've aged well. Why, thank you.
Thank you.
If only all the boys were as nice as you.
Aw. Josh is here too. Yay!
Where Josh?
Hey Josh! Josh is here! Real talk though, Matthew, whenever you would take your hair down on the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of look like this, bro.
I know.
Kind of look like this.
A lioness. No? Leonine?
Very Leonine.
Wow.
I'm like, you're the real Lion Maru.
What a manly man.
What a hirsute individual.
Hmm.
So, Josh, since you're just joining, I am drawing the D&D creature formerly known as a Vegapygmy. It might still be known that, but we don't know if that name is insensitive or not, so we decided to call it a Vegemite. Oh, and Sean is here. He's all speaking French.
What the fuck?
Yay!
Well, hey.
I missed Sean when he wasn't here last week. I sat there sighing and said, boy, I wish Sean was here. Sean, I am drawing a D&D monster. Formerly known as a Vegapygmy. It might still be called that. But we didn't know if pygmy is an insensitive term or not. Or if naming your D&D monster after an indigenous people is insensitive.
Hell yeah.
Oh, apparently he saw it because he said Vegemite, like the food.
Yeah.
Yes, but it would be spelled.
And then fucking Hamlin misspelled Takashi 69. Get educated, my dude.
Takashi 69.
Look at your comments, dude.
I see.
You're being eaten alive.
This is the 5th time you said what you're drawing. I can't take it.
Austin, I've had all I can stands, and I can't stands no more.
I was just repeating myself for the people who were joining, who were asking what the monster was. I am but a man, Austin. And to quote Dracula, what is a man? A filthy little pile of secrets. There's a little reference to Castlevania for all you super nerds out there in TV land. Oh, God.
That was fun. Hey, everybody. Good morning and
good morning.
Come on into our show where we're having a great time with
everybody. Good morning, Vietnam. Juggalos and jigglettes. Oh, Lord. You know what I really love, dude? Is that the fucking Insane Clown Posse guys are totally cool. And like one of them, whichever one was the chunky one, was talking in an interview about how when they would use slurs in their old stuff, he has to live with that now because his kid will like hear his shit and he'll be like, listen, it's not cool that you say that stuff. And I think that's really cool. Like these goofy guys.
I'm deliberately being trolled now.
Sean said, hang on. Sean said, I must admit, I am loving the new 5E's initiatives on culture and sexual sensitivities. It's great. I agree, Sean, and I'm very happy to hear you say that. I agree 100%. Because, like, bro, there's no reason to be hateful about shit, you know?
Yeah, or stupid.
Yeah.
Even R.A. Salvatore came out and said that his take on Drow was only one specific cult and that people should not demonize all Drow based on that, which I thought was pretty cool since he's kind of a boomer.
Who is he? What did he do?
He wrote the Dritz books, which were based on the Forgotten Realms world of D&D, which I think that probably started around AD&D or just before 3, or maybe around the time of 3. Awesome. But he's like a master of that genre of fantasy. Between him and Ed Greenwood, they're kind of the old school D&D fantasy novel writers.
Okay, nice.
The more prominent ones.
Man, good for him. That's awesome. Good. That makes me feel really good. Especially in light of the fact that Gary Gygax's son is like a white supremacist and a chauvinist or whatever. Like he said some, he said some really
he's really
shitty
a supremacist?
Well, he said
Fuck
some
that
real
guy.
shitty stuff. I don't quite remember, so I probably shouldn't be labeling him a white supremacist. Okay, I got to get caught up on comments.
You do, because I'm not going to read all this shit.
We're having a gay old time in the comments. God damn, that's awesome.
I don't know if I would consider him the pinnacle, Sean, but he's kind of the Pulp Fiction guy. I think Ed Greenwood's a much better writer.
Oh, did you see what Josh said? Violent J has a daughter that is a furry, and he got a furry suit made with his face paint so he can go out and support her at furry conventions. That's the most wholesome fucking thing I have ever heard in my life. I love Violent J now. That's amazing.
Violent Joseph, as he's sometimes known.
Rowdy Rick. And then, let's see. Sean said, apparently the biggest D&D author, Trey. Come on. I'm sorry, Sean. I can't know all the things. Oh, and then they're talking about D&D authors in the chat. That's wonderful. I love when the chat bonds.
Yeah.
It makes me very happy.
Yeah. Ed Greenwood is the guy who created the Forgotten Realms world, pretty much. Not him alone, but I think he was very instrumental in it, and it was actually based off of a campaign that they did. I think it was homebrewed. And he created the Wizard Elminster.
That's awesome. I'm going to go through, because I bought on Drive-Thru RPG, I bought the PDF of the original Expedition to the Barrier Peaks. And I want to run that. I'm going to be teaching Anna how to play D&D at some point in the future, and I kind of want to run that for her. Because it's like one that you can run pretty fast. Apparently it was like one of those tournament. I'm getting this from Seth Skorkowski, by the way. It was one of those tournament run games, so it was meant to be played in a few hours.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to, I'm going to, like, everything in a D&D campaign that I didn't create is just suggestion for me, because I always add my own shit. But Expedition to the Barrier Peaks was basically, I don't want to spoil it if you don't know anything about it, but basically it's one of those real old school D&D modules. I believe Gary Gygax wrote it, and basically a bunch of very strange monsters start popping up near these mountains called the Barrier Peaks, and you are sent as a player to go investigate. And I don't want to spoil anything else about it, so I'll leave it at that.
That's about the most straightforward campaign idea ever.
I know, but it has a very big twist, and like I said, I don't want to spoil it if anybody wants to look into it or play it or something. The twist is one of the first of its kind. Should I just talk about it? I don't want to ruin it.
Okay, well, I don't know about anyone else in the end of the thing, but my memory is shitty.
So basically, this is a spoiler warning. If you do not wish to be spoiled on it, I'll only talk about it for a little bit. So like, come back in like 3 minutes. I'll give you time. 3, 2, 1, and now.
No one's leaving. No one's gonna leave.
So
no one gives a shit.
Expedition to the Barrier Peaks. Basically, the conceit of it is that a starship from another dimension crashes into this fantasy world, and so you as the player are from this fantasy world, and you don't know anything about starships or technology. And you're like confronted with robots and stuff like that, and it has the potential to be really fun, especially with like the stuff I'm planning for it. And I would really like to run it.
Then do it.
Anna goes, I'm not listening. La 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 la. Good, that's good.
Oh wow. Like 2 people dropped off. Hilarious.
For real? Good, yeah.
Yeah. You can come back now. Please come back. Oh, my God.
Okay, you can come back now. Everybody who left. That's
I started
awesome.
to listen, but you guys were talking about that nerd shit too much.
Did somebody say that?
No.
Oh.
I'm just being somebody from my imagination. My persecution complex or whatever.
You did the Twitter thing where you made up a guy to be mad at.
Yeah, no, 100%. I've been doing that since before the internet was even a thing.
Fair enough, so have I. Since day fucking one. Since walking through school being like, shit in the bitch, it's your freaking... Okay, Sean said, talk about it. My memory is worse than Matthew's. No one's memory can be worse than mine. Oh, Josh said earlier, the twist is that you are the monster.
Oh, no. This whole time?
This whole time. And then Sean said, my memory is so bad, I can play the same D&D module repeatedly and always be surprised. Oh, Sean. Yeah, you're not alone, friend. Do not feel alone in this. Although I can remember my first 3 characters. My first one was a barbarian named Gore. And my second one was a halfling wizard whose name I don't remember. And my third one, which is my favorite... What's up?
The first time you played was at Edwards?
Yep.
Shit, dog.
You knew that.
I didn't.
You did. Okay, well you may not remember, but you knew.
Maybe.
Yes, you used to.
Don't tell me what I know. I will come through this phone and beat your ass.
Sean said, my 2 tabletop RPG game groups both collapsed in the past week. Aw, that sucks. So weird to happen almost together. I need to look for a new game. Ugh. That sucks, Sean. I'm very sorry to hear that. Yeah, I know the feeling. I haven't played in over 2 years. I am jonesing so bad.
I haven't played since we did that little bit with Maddie and the Easters.
Yeah,
that was the last time. No, not true. Not true.
Well, that was the last time for me.
I played 2.5 years ago. I ran or started to run a campaign. We didn't get all that far. But we started in the middle of winter, and it was ice storming all the time. So I was like, nah, I ain't going to drive in this shit. And then it just dropped off.
Yeah. It's so hard to play as an adult.
It is very hard.
It sucks. I wish it was easier. You know? Sean, I can't make any promises, but I definitely do want to do something online for my friends that live remote from me. So I'm going to extend an invitation your way right now, with the caveat that I don't know when or if it will ever happen, but it is something I would like to do. Josh says, my buddy Matt Vet, that is a wonderfully strange last name, Tvedt, had an orc whose throat was cut, and all he could say was, "Gah!" And so that was his name. Our DM once passed him like 4 times a battle because his character was mute. Oh, you gotta speak up.
Wow. Shame on the DM.
That's a cool. That's a cool idea for a character.
It is. And yes, Josh and I did do a fantasy casting of Star Trek, fucking Next Generation this morning, very early.
Hell yeah!
For like a modern casting, who we would pick.
Nice. So like,
it was fun.
That sounds fun. I'm gonna grab something that looks a little rougher for this foliage.
Oh my!
On his shoulder, although maybe not quite that rough. That's a little better. Because I want it to look fibrous, like he's covered in lichen, and it's like part of his body. Because that's the whole conceit, right? They're little creatures made of vegetable.
Lichens aren't fibrous.
I just meant like textured, Matthew. Simmer down.
Okay, well, fibrous and textured are two different things.
Listen, I took 2 hits off of my pen before we started this. I need you to lighten up, brah.
I'm probably not going to be as light as you.
Fair enough. Hey, listen, last time you were like fucking 2 drinks in, you goddamn rummy, so I don't even want to fucking hear about it.
Well, yeah.
Sean said, my character is a mute too. I made a mute gunslinger Frankenstein golem. How fucking rad is that? Kind of stole the idea from the Gun Witch in the Nocturnals comic. Very cool. Nocturnals is a very cool comic. I found it very hard to communicate using gestures. Yeah, I'll bet you did. I'll bet that was difficult. I was going to say my third character I'm very fond of. I kind of want to reuse him as much as possible. He was a Tengu alchemist. So he was like a crow man, humanoid crow, and he was an alchemist. His name was Hieronymus Tobo. And he would wear a plague doctor's mask over his actual bird face. And I love that character. I've talked about him a little bit before, but in my mind he sounded like Claude Rains, specifically as the Invisible Man. An invisible man could rule the world.
Was that the character you played when I played the Gripply priest who won?
I played a Saurian for that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was like a dinosaur guy. Because look, if you know me, you know that it's just all dinosaurs all the way down, and you can either accept that or you can move on, and I won't be offended by either.
All dinosaurs all the time.
All dinos all the time. Josh
Hot
says,
Cretaceous 101 FM.
who's ready for a little bit of Mesozoic?
What? Snarky's here? The fuck?
What? Hi, Snarky. What's going on? Where's Maddie? You need to make them join too. Tell them not to be lazy. Oh, Maddie's here too?
Well, Maddie, how the heck are you?
They're on their gaming channel, YM3 Gaming. You should go subscribe. See that, Maddie? I just gave you a free shout out.
I've let Maddie down so bad over the past several months. It's not even funny.
Oh yeah? Call them names and push them down, or what?
Yeah, I just neglect to watch anything. Yeah, no. I had a Gripply cleric who believed that if he was a good enough boy, that his goddess would turn him into a green dragon.
Which is great. And mine was a Saurian, a humanoid Allosaurus named Nimdoc, which is a name I stole from a series of books called the Farseer. Well, the first one is called Farseer. It's called something like the Quintiglialgo. It's like got a terrible name for the series. But basically, it's about on a planet where tyrannosaurs are like the intelligent life form on that planet, and there's like other dinosaurs that aren't smart, but the T-Rexes have like a civilization. And it's actually like really good. Because it sounds dumb as hell when you describe it, but it actually covers shit like that. You basically follow these dinosaurs as they go from being like Bronze Age through their own Renaissance, because they have like a Galileo-like figure who's like, "Yo, you guys, I'm pretty sure our planet's not the center of the universe," and then he gets punished for this by their church state. And then, like, the next book is about a paleontologist T-Rex who discovers that they were transplanted from another planet to this planet by aliens. And it's like a cool little series. Like, there are actually literally Tyrannosauruses from Earth that have evolved after being transplanted by aliens to the planet that they're on.
Okay. So I gotta interrupt you for two reasons. How could I, Snarky? It's because I get interested in something, and then that's all I think about, and I just drill down on that, and I throw everything and everyone to the wind because I'm not a good person. Number 2, can I make a request of you, Trey? For the love of God, please finish this creature's right eye. It's killing me.
Who said this? You? Is this just you?
Me. This is me.
Okay, I didn't know if that came from the comments.
No, it is coming from my comments.
Yes, Matthew, I'm working on it. There's so much chat happening right now, I can't keep up. I'm going to need you to try to pick out stuff if you can.
It's bonkers.
That's great.
They're discussing the games that Maddie is playing on their channel, which is Why Me Gaming.
Nice.
Guess
who didn't get that was the name of the channel until right now? It's me.
Okay, well, I guess I'm not as bad as Trey then. And yeah, they're talking Rage games. Oh, no, I don't think that I would like Rage games. I have been playing Tainted Grail, which is on Steam if anybody's a PC gamer. I don't know if it's on other platforms, but it's kind of a roguelike deck builder. It is excellent. It is very frustrating, but it's crazy. I friggin' love it.
I am in love with how much our chat is interacting right now. That fucking rules.
Yeah, no, they're crazy. These
I can't keep up.
Our kids are getting along, Trey.
I know, our babies are playing together. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! And I know Josh, you're watching. You have to comment too.
Josh just said maybe you should not suck at reading.
Well, guess what, pal? You're 35 fucking years too late for that, buddy. No, you're not wrong. I just, I'm trying to draw at the same time. This is hard. This is basically what it's like for me at conventions. Okay.
So the Steam Deck that Sean was talking about, in case people don't know, basically Valve is trying to create their own version of the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, I saw that.
I feel a little iffy on it though because the controllers look really non-intuitive to me.
Yeah. Also, it's like really hard to get right now.
Yeah. But, well, I mean, yeah, like PS5s and the Xbox 3000 or whatever the fuck we're at.
Xbox Science Theater 3000.
They're very hard. They're very hard to get. I have a friend on Facebook who is currently specializing. Her husband's deployed, and she's buying like PS5s and Xboxes for him and the unit.
Oh, wow.
And having to maneuver around scalpers and stuff. She said it's an absolute wasteland out there.
Maddie said, okay, first of all, Josh said, Trey, real quick, remember when we were the gay pride of CD during a fire drill? I do now, and that I'm so proud of us, Josh. I'm very proud of us. And then Maddie said, you know what's hilarious? Trey asked me in a DM what YM3 meant, and I said, why me? Which I guess he thought was a question. No, Maddie, what actually happened is my brain is tapioca pudding with like a computer motherboard kind of jammed into it. And sometimes I remember things, most of the time I don't.
Yeah, have some of that technology you love so much, dear.
Oh boy, technology! Thanks, Mom.
No, the controllers for the Steam Deck are absolutely outrageously priced.
Oh, I'm sure. Controllers for the Switch are ridiculous. Like $70 for a fucking controller? Fuck you, Nintendo. I ain't paying that.
Yeah, I think part of the reason why all that's doing is they're doing Bitcoin mining. So they need a lot of GPUs to crunch the numbers for that.
For what?
For mining Bitcoins. Yeah, the Bitcoin mining, where they how they do it is they double check transactions or some shit. Anyways, I read about it and I can't remember it right now. But fucking what? Anyways, when I bought my PC, I put a PC in the cart. I went to check out. They said this thing is no longer available. I went and put another one in the cart. It was no longer available. I got a third one, got it in. By the next morning when I checked it again, it was out of stock.
Yeah.
So They're
Ridiculous.
selling that shit like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Maddie said, "It's okay, buddy. No one is friends with you for your memory."
Aw.
God, just so savage. Why was I excited that they're here? I knew this was what it was going to be. I knew it would just be my ass getting roasted.
Just
Not sure why I expected any different. That's kind of, that's on
merciless.
me. Damn, I was counting on Trey's memory, but we both forgot. Yeah, well, here we are, folks. So tonight, since we got an unprecedented 8 people watching right now.
We were at 9.
Oh, were we? Well, whoever left,
Yeah.
I miss you, and I'm sorry I hurt you. Anyway, tonight I'm working on this D&D monster. You know what? I do miss you guys, Snarky. I haven't seen y'all in a while. This is a D&D monster. Oh, go ahead.
Nah.
It's been referred to as a vegapygmy, and we've already discussed several times that we don't know if that's an inappropriate term or not, so we've been referring to it as a Vegemite. What does that mean, Maddie? He says Matt Baldwin appears to be coming to us from space at the moment. Why? What does that mean?
From space? Do you mean that I'm having trouble forming sentences? Because that happens on this planet, dear.
Yeah, that's a regular occurrence, friend. Sean says, why are you doing a D&D monster today? Well, I won't just be doing that, Sean, but I'm wanting to build up my portfolio of just creature art to try to get jobs at places like Paizo and Wizards of the Coast. And it's just good practice for me to like creature design practice, to do my own take on an established creature, an established, IP. Sean said beyond vegetable. Anyway, I'm also... What's up?
My voice reverbs weirdly at times.
Oh, shoot.
In a beautiful way, please.
Oh, there's Big Bub. All right, here's Bob's Big Belly. That's the name of this brush that I'm using, and Matthew finds it endlessly amusing.
I love it. Oh, my God. So my son is playing tabs, and it's ridiculous.
I can make this weird little hack thing.
I don't know what tabs is.
So first off, you start with like the lines, and you like put your characters on. And then you start with the circle and make it really small. Good. So first off, you have the blue king. You put it on the blue side or whatever, whichever side. If you have the circle, then you put it in the middle, and you have to like shrink it down with your mouse. Like thing in the middle. So then you can actually place like the red team on exactly.
Hang on, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. To address your question from earlier, Sean, I'm also going to be working on a page of the comic book that Matthew and I are doing together. It'll pop up in the stream here in a minute. I've got one open. The working title is Musgrave Ritual, and it's semi-inspired by real people, our fathers namely, and we're going to be working on like shopping that around to publishers within the next 6 months, and I'm going to work on inking a page of that tonight too. So let me open up something more impressive here. Here we go. These are the color flats. Once again, it'll pop up on stream here in a minute. These are the color flats for an introductory 2-page spread of our comic book. And this monster is called the Cosmic Primordial. It's a giant Lovecraftian creature that enshrouds the earth in its presence. But anyway, like I said, we're going to try to get the first 12 pages done, and then we're going to start shopping that around to publishers. Sean said, "What? This is terrifying. Get it away." Never gonna sleep. Thank you, Anna. Anna said that's dope. I appreciate that. Anyway, these are just like the base colors. I'm gonna go through and color it more so it looks, better. More better. More organs equals more human, Dib. I just gratuitously quoted Invader Zim. Maddie says, so it's going to be like the Incredible Hulk, but without turning into a cool monster. Just your dad walking from town to town looking for beer money. Listen, you cannot be hitting so low when I am live on the air. What the fuck? But, I mean, more or less, yes. Sean says you love the colors. Thank you. These aren't the final colors, but these are like the base colors, and I'm going to build on top of that.
I'm back.
Hi, Matthew. I was explaining our comic book.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm going to work on inking that after I get sick of working on this. And then, hopefully, before the night is over, I want to sneak in at least a good half hour of taking viewer requests. Drawing viewer requests. Boy, that was hard to get out. Jeez, I'm crow. Anyway, I'm hopping back onto this one. Also, Maddie just savagely laid into me about my deadbeat dad. Oh, shit. Did you hear it, Matthew?
Yeah.
God
Wow.
damn. God damn. Hey, Matthew, you see the trailer for Old? I hate M. Night Shyamalan. Aw, but that one looks scary, eh? I've seen it. I think it looks great.
I've kind of seen it, and I don't know. I'm pretty cynical about film these days.
Yeah, Matthew and I were talking earlier about how sad we are with the state of the industry, and this was spurned for me because I watched 15 minutes of Space Jam 2. It made me despondent. I like M. Night. I think at the very least, some of his movies are so bad they're good, and at the best, some of them are quite good. Like, Sixth Sense still holds up, y'all. Sixth Sense is good stuff.
I haven't seen that movie in forever. I need to watch it again.
I watched it a few years ago. Josh says, I kind of hope they make a third-person Turok game.
That would be dope.
That would be dope. Did you know the original Turok games are on the Switch? Highly recommended. They're real fun.
Well, we should have a talk with Sean about our conversation earlier, Trey, about the Dune movie.
Did we talk about the Dune movie?
Yes, we talked about the Dune movie, idiot.
Was it through text or, because I don't remember talking about it with my mouth.
Yeah. No, you didn't talk with your mouth. You talked with your fingers.
Sean said, no excitement for Dune, made by the Blade Runner director. I love that Blade Runner. Okay, this last trailer, I like the cinematography that I'm seeing in this last trailer. Okay, this most recent one. I'm a little bit worried because some of this dialogue seems real dumbed down. Like, I'm a little bit worried they're going to turn it into just a big dumb action movie. And to be sure, there's a considerable amount of action in the book. Okay, and it's well written. It's like good action. But like, I don't want them to dumb down all the weird psychedelic shit that Dune is like, that's known for, and that's what I like about it the most.
I'm cautiously excited for it. I don't want it to be the books necessarily, and I think that the actor roster or whatever you call it,
the cast.
There's the
cast, Matthew.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of really good actors. I've been really impressed with Dave Bautista's acting. I think he's a really good actor. He's convincing. I liked him in Army of the Dead, even though I thought the movie was absolute ass.
I think Jason Momoa is a perfect casting for Duncan, Idaho.
Yeah, I like him.
That's great. Yeah, I know Jason Momoa, does signal action movie, and it can be an action movie. It's just like, imagine this gets sequels. Do you think they're going to go to Dune Messiah and make a movie about a giant worm man? Like they should. That would be amazing, but Warner Brothers isn't going to fucking sign off on that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like the best parts are going to get left out. But I shouldn't be surprised at that, because the best parts were left out of fucking it. They should have not been cowards, and they should have just had whatever the turtle's name was. I forget. It's been a while since I read it. Maturin or something.
I don't remember.
But, they did all right. That second movie was pretty disappointing, but I liked that they had the ritual of Chud in it, and they called it that. And they got kind of psychedelic with some of that stuff. But you're never going to get all the great, weird, cosmic, psychedelic shit that Dune has. You're not going to get that on the big screen. Well, you know what? I shouldn't say it so definitively. I'm worried that you won't get it on the big screen. But I will hold out judgment until it comes out. I'll watch it. I'll watch the shit out of it. Sean says, I like him, but Bautista and Momoa, come on. Next they'll throw in The Rock and John Cena. Can you imagine John Cena in a fucking Dune movie? Who's he going to play? Who would he play in a Dune movie? Oh, God.
one of the Sardaukar, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bautista, I like. Just,
is he?
John, look around the desk. That's where it's going to be. Probably got knocked off or pushed into one of them drawers.
Is John Bautista the weird guy?
Dave,
the alien guy. Yeah, Dave Bautista. Is he the alien guy from Guardians? The big beefy man.
Drax.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know actor names.
But no, the stuff I've seen with him, I've really liked him, and he was in. I think he was in Blade Runner 2047 or whatever the hell that was.
Was he really?
I think so. Sean would know. Was he in the newest Blade Runner, Sean? I'll just directly ask you. Snarky says Cena's in the movie. We just can't see him. That's fair.
I don't get it.
Oh.
What does that mean?
Why
can't you see him? Is this a reference that I don't understand, or is it just a joke and I'm looking too far into it?
Yeah. He has the his little fight song when he comes out, so the "You Can't See Me" song.
I only knew the tune. I only knew the tune. I didn't know it had words.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Dope.
Dude, I loved the remake of Conan with Jason Momoa in it. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good too. It's been a while since I've seen it, but he's a good choice for Conan,
Yeah. I mean,
he's got the look.
I think he's arguably better than Schwarzenegger.
Oh, 100%. Because Arnie can't act. God bless him. He's in some of the best movies ever made, and he just cannot act because he's a giant lumbering slab of meat. This is why we like him. My mighty heart is breaking. I can't remember if that was a Simpsons thing or if that was from The Critic. But
I have no idea.
See, I've
seen neither of those things. Really.
Yeah, I guess you haven't seen much Simpsons, have you? Shit.
Mm-mm.
You gotta fix that, son.
Dude, it's so overwhelming. There's so much shit I gotta see, and
oh, I know.
I don't even have enough lifetime left.
Me too, bruh. This is why, several friends and relations are like, you haven't seen what? And I'm like, look, I lived in a mud hut for almost 7 years. What do you want from me? It's not a penis, Snarky. It's his freaking hands. Jeezum Crow. Penis. I think you just want it to be a penis. I think that this is on you. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Anything can be a penis if you're brave enough.
That's true. You sound like you're from like some kid show that's like anything can be a penis if you're brave enough, boys and girls. Just
believe in your wiener, kids.
Just clap real hard. I believe in my penis.
Yeah, I was away from society for, 75% of my life. But, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, no, I've conditioned the people at work when they start making a reference, they'll just look at me and I'll shake my head and they'll just continue on with their conversation. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. On Friday, my boss was like, oh yeah, blah, 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 like this song, Flamber, Flamber, Fluber. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What is that? He's like, what? You don't know Schlibber, Schlabber, McGee? And I'm like, no, I don't know that. I lived in a cult. Oh, and then he like showed me, and I'm like, okay, this is not the kind of music I listen to anyway. What? You don't like I'm like, no, sorry. You know.
His hand is between his legs because that's where his wiener lives, Snarky.
God, you
come on,
fucking people. His hand isn't between his legs. His loincloth is between his legs. His hand is holding some kind of barbed branch. A barbed branch.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Oh my God, what is happening? When did I lose control?
Turnip culture references. You are exactly right, Maddie. Holy shit.
Turnip culture.
Turnip culture.
Oh shit, you remember that one time when I got caught in the creek?
I do, actually.
This is a true story. You know what? Since we got 8 people watching, it's time for the true story of how Matthew is fucking evil to me. So when I would first visit the farm, in my mid-teens, Matthew, because he is a deviant and a morally degenerate person, I was like this awkward, chubby kid, and Matthew would, in his horrible, scheming mind, go, hey, oh yeah, we got to go over to this side of the creek. And I'd be like, oh, okay, Matthew, I trust you implicitly. And he would lead me through the muddiest, shittiest parts of the creek, knowing that I and my dumpy, awkward self would get fucking stuck, like Winnie the goddamn Pooh. Okay? And we would go through the steep creek bank, and he would be kind of tittering to himself. And then, inevitably, this happened several times. I would be wearing these shitty mud boots, and I would get them stuck in the mud. It would go sink right the fuck in, and I'd be like, oh, man, help, I can't get my foot out. Oh, man, I can't get my foot out of the creek. And he would just double over laughing at me. And I'm just like, come on, man, help. And he's like, you got it. You got this, buddy. I remember one time, when trying to extract my boot from the mud, my foot came out, and I stepped into the mud with my stocking foot, and I was so upset, I said, crotch rabbit! And Matthew just could not stand up. He fell over onto his ass, laughing, because I said crotch rabbit, which, to be fair, is a very strange and amusing thing to say.
So, here's the most turnip culture thing that I can say, but I swear that this is true. You can tell, sometimes you can tell when looking at mud or sand, the condition of what it's going to be like to walk in. And if you know where to walk, then it's fine. You kind of develop this turnipy sense of what to do. And Trey had none of that. We could have taken the bridge
I had none of this, yes. And because I never questioned Matthew in my devotion and love for him. I never once questioned his motives. Never once questioned that he might be an evil bastard and be doing something because it was funny to watch the fat kid get stuck in the mud. So, yes, I didn't have that. I think I gleaned a little bit of that after living there for a few years. But my God, at like 16 to 18, no, I stood no chance. No chance whatsoever. I was just this
Oh my God.
dorky, chubby nerd. And I'm like,
wow.
are you sure we gotta... Oh, jeez, Matt, you sure we gotta go through the creek?
I know that normal people can't do that.
Get your fucking boots on, Trey. Oh, we gotta go through the creek. We were Rick and Morty with mud and dirt.
Oh my God. That is true. I know that normal people can't do that, Josh, but
Well, guess what? When you live in a mud hut for Jesus, normal isn't really part of the equation.
you're getting tore up by our dear friend Maddie.
Oh, I'm sure. You wouldn't believe what it was like when no one told Trey that ice is slick. Took him years to grasp that fact. So, case in point to what Maddie is saying. One time I went to get water from a well after I had already lived out there. And my ex was with me at the time. This was in like February. It had just like freeze rained. And I was carrying, 2.5 gallon buckets for water. And after I filled them up, I was walking back. So the well was in like this little garden area. There's grass, and there were like rocks, flattish rocks set into the dirt to make like a path, okay? And so these were covered with ice because it had just been freeze raining. And it was dark. It was probably like 10 o'clock at night. I couldn't see for shit. And I'm walking, and my fucking feet just went right out from underneath of me, and I landed directly on my ass. And water went everywhere. And she was laughing at me, which it was funny. But at the time, it was not. But it is funny in retrospect. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No!" Well, no, what happens first is I went, "Ow, my butt!" And she went, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No! I hurt my butt!" But, yeah. It's... life on the farm, kind of laid back.
Okay, so a break-in for two things.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about like tendrils and shit like protruding or growing off of his body, like little viney shits?
So,
second,
yeah, you're right. I see, like his feet, they look kind of reptilian. That's kind of what I was going for. I want him to look kind of like branches. But I will. That's a good idea, and I will try to exaggerate that, like from
maybe
his elbows
growing out. Or from his ribs, like kind of coming out of the gap in the ribs, between rib bones. I'm not making sense. Fuck it.
No, you are. I'm just thinking about how I want to do it.
Wrap back around to Sean introduced the idea of Canadian music, and here's how boomer ass I am. I kind of like Gordon Lightfoot, man. Speaking of Canadian music, kind of like Gordon Lightfoot.
I don't like how that looks. Who is
it's
he?
Worth Believing. Fucking kills me. It's the saddest song in the world.
What else does he sing? What would I know him from?
Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Okay,
Sundown.
That's what I thought.
He does a real romantic one, and I can't remember the name of it. He likes it.
See, the thing is, because those songs were sung so frequently on the farm, it's ruined for me forever. I could never sit down and listen to Gordon Lightfoot, just because of so many goddamn guitar nights. What would we call those? Sing-alongs? And then you called it
sing-alongs.
You called it sing thing?
Yeah. It made everybody angry.
Yeah. Why do you gotta call it that?
Why not?
Because it's fun.
Why are we investing all of our emotion into what this stupid thing is called? Fuck.
Did people get actually upset?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that. Maddie said they saw Gordon Lightfoot in concert. What the fuck?
That would be really dope.
That's wild, yeah.
I don't even think he's alive anymore, but that would be really cool.
Might be even cooler because he's not alive.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, he's a lich, and he's up there. He's got his phylactery and his guitar.
Like a bardic lich? That's
yeah.
cool, though.
That'd be badass. Apparently there's liches of everything. There's dragon liches.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I had no idea. That's really cool, though.
Draco Lich's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a
anything with the ability to advance their magic to the point of that is capable of doing it.
That's dope. Also, I learned about the Tarask, which
those things are right bastards.
Yeah, like apparently in original D&D, and it might still be like this, the only way to kill it is you have to have a wish, which is like super rare. It's very difficult to get a hold of a wish. They're basically like D&D Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
And he like lives in the center of the earth or some shit, which is a really cool idea. And I think it should be utilized more. And apparently they're like from space. Oh, Maddie said Gordon Lightfoot's not dead.
Oh, okay. Well, I am.
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta go beat his pee here in a sec.
Josh says that he enjoys hearing about how flippant I seem when on this farm.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I kind of had the spirit of rebellion in me.
Yep, that's why we're Sons of Perdition, Josh.
A thing has to make sense to me in order for me to buy into it. If it doesn't make sense, or if I learn something that makes it not make sense, then I'm out. I don't give a shit about it.
And I was desperate for the religion to make sense, so I shunned and eschewed logic instead of cultivating it. Because I ran away from everything I knew because I didn't want to be a grown-up. God, this is getting real personal.
Well, we can get personal after you get back from your beat pee. Go pee.
Oh, that's right. Okay, hang on. I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to go beat pee.
Go beat pee.
Josh said the Tarask, Trey. Yeah, it's a D&D monster that's essentially Godzilla. It's almost unkillable. It's this giant reptilian beast. I believe it's actually much different from like mythological Tarasks, which are kind of like big armadillo monster type things with multiple legs. They have like 6 or 8 legs and a big club tail. I really want to draw a manticore. I think what's really cool about manticores is like if they have a human face but animal intelligence, then they just like have this normal person face, but it's like blank and expressionless, and they're just like roaring and screaming. I think that's terrifying.
Hey, 2 things.
Yes, sir.
Two things.
Yes, sir.
Maddie said we're gonna have to hop off here in a couple of minutes. Just want to stop by, say hi, and throw you a bit.
Okay.
And Snarky said, "LOL. We love you, Trey." And yeah, love you both. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you for stopping by for sure.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Always enjoy it when you guys stop by.
Very much. Thanks you guys for coming by. We love you too. And come by anytime. All right, I got to go pee real quick. Entertain the folks.
I will. Man, dude. A mini of a Taurus could be cool. I thought it was Taurus, not Tarask. Taurus. I'll type how I thought it was spelled. Right? Whoa. Oh, that's clearly not right. Fart. Okay, so I just spelled it how I thought it was spelled. That's clearly not right. All right, Maddie, Snarky, see you later. But yeah, no, I like Gordon Lightfoot. I know that makes me an old guy, but kinda don't give a shit. Manticore, Personicore, please. That's clever. That's clever. I got the joke, you guys. I got the joke. Send love hearts. I got the joke. Let me see. I'm gonna check Facebook real quick to see if anybody's doing anything over here. They're not, the bastards.
Every time.
All right then. Anybody done anything cool recently? Okay, you're back. I just asked everybody if they've done anything really cool. And
okay. I was gonna say I had
not
to.
Yet.
Oh. I was gonna say, going back to Sean's question about Canadian music, I listened to a band called Darkest of the Hillside Thickets, and they're awesome. I love those guys. They've been around since like the late '90s, and they sing like Lovecraft inspired songs, and like horror shit and sci-fi shit, and they're just a really fun little kind of indie punk kind of band. And I pronounce it Tarrasque because of them, because in one of their songs they talk about a Tarrasque in a verse, and they say Tarrasque. So I had never like heard of it outside of that. So, oh yeah, Sean knows what I'm talking about. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're really cool. They just had an album come out a couple years ago called the Dukes of Alhazred, which is a play on the Dukes of Hazzard. And it was a tight album. It was good. They still make fun music 20 some odd years in. I really like those guys.
They're good kids.
They're good kids.
I like them a lot.
I like them. And they dress up like Cthulhu cultists for all of their concerts. And all of their concerts are set up like their meeting of their cult, like a cult meeting. And they take like the minutes and shit. It's awesome. Oh, Josh says, I meant to share that Rebecca gallbladder surgery here.
He said that Rebecca had gallbladder surgery. I hope she's feeling all right.
Yeah, how's she doing, Josh?
Not like any fun at all.
Yeah. You mentioned that the other day, Josh. Is she doing okay? Sean said, what about kill the orcs by 3 inches of blood? I've never heard that. I've never heard that or heard of that. That sounds great. Is that a band, 3 inches of blood?
That's not all they got 3 inches of. You know what I mean?
They have a very small weenus. Their weenus is small. Har har. It's not the size of the penis that matters. It's the speed of the ass. What?
What?
I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm feeling. Yeah, you know what? I'm liking it. Never mind. I am sure how I'm feeling, and I'm feeling good. How is this? Oh, Josh said her tum-tum hurts and is unhappy. I'll bet. I hope she feels better soon.
Yeah, I hope her tum-tum gets that shit on pivot. Stops being hurty.
Gets that shit on pivot. Sometimes you say things, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, all right.
That's what we're doing now, I guess.
Well, I guess we're here. Shit, I fucked with it too much. I don't have my kid this weekend, so I can make all the swears I want. Shit. Ass.
Butthole.
Fart ass.
Sean asked, do you like the Cybertronic spree? They dress as Transformers and sing 80s cartoon themes.
Shit, I never heard of them, Sean, but I gotta look that up now.
Josh says that 3 inches of blood is a hidden Canadian gem.
All right, I am screenshotting this on my phone so I can look those up later.
Screenshot.
I got my phone open for the chat. I think I should grab some caffeine. All of a sudden, I'm just like, Sleepy Sam. Sleepy Sam's in that Adventure Time episode. Remember when they go into BMO in the computer world?
Yes. Whispering Eye. Josh says only this. Gives it no context. I approve.
No context needed.
Welcome to Night Vale.
Fuck. I haven't listened to Night Vale in a long time.
Oh, me either, dude. I'm so stupid for not listening to it. I could listen to it on the way to and from work, and I don't because I'm just enormously dumb.
I could listen to it at work. My only problem is most of the music they have for the weather segments is really gross to me. I hate it. It's so bad. It's just like it's like white guy with an acoustic guitar shit, and I'm just like, I don't want to listen to this. So then I have to stop.
Bad.
Yeah. I have to stop and fast forward, and so it's like I just have to knuckle down and just listen to it. Because the podcast itself is so good. It's just so fun. I love Night Vale. Welcome to Night Vale.
Yeah, there was one song I heard on there that was good, kind of a sad one guy with the acoustic guitar sort of song, but it was good. Josh says, what about Power Glove? They dress like Guar, but play instrumental metal covers of video game themes and Saturday morning cartoons.
That sounds 100% like my shit. Also, I'm a big fan of the band The Megas. They're also known as the Belmonts. But basically, they do like these beautiful rock opera concept albums based on Mega Man games. They've got like 3 Mega Man albums, and then they have a couple of albums called when they call themselves the Belmonts, because those albums are inspired by Castlevania. But they're real good. They're so fun, and they just have like these wonderful melodramatic rock operas about Mega Man and fucking Proto Man and fighting Dr. Wily, and it's just 100% so nerdy, and it is just my shit. I love it so much. And also, Horse the Band has a song about Cutman from Mega Man 1, and it is very, very good. I was turned on to that by Anna. Okay, wow, that sounds crazy. It's great, Sean. I love it. See, like, I love Mega Man anyway, and they just do such justice to, like, the ideas behind the video games, and it's so fun. And they're like a good band. Like, they're good songs. They, like, incorporate music from the games into many of their songs. Not all of them. Some of them are original compositions, and those are good, too. They're just, like, a good band all around. If the idea of them singing from the perspective of a robot named Metal Man who throws metal blades from his metal hands, if that doesn't turn you off, they're 100% wonderful, and I love it. There's a band called Master Sword that writes all Zelda theme songs. That's awesome. What they call the Mega Man group? They are called the Megas. Sean, are you still with us, bruh?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here listening and watching you draw on my television.
Is this drawing, is this working for you guys in the chat? Is this entertaining enough? Because I'm going like way more in depth. This is just like how I do like a drawing for a client. So if this gets boring, let me know and we can switch it up. I'm just not sure how to approach the shadow on his hand here. I found out I've not given Glory Hammer enough attention today. You are goddamn right, Josh. Glory Hammer fucking rules. Flying high into space to wield my thunder. Bash it, burn it. I don't remember the words, but it's good. They're good. Good band. Dorky ass shit, and I love it.
It is what, Josh? Boring or nay boring?
Flying high into space to wield my heavy metal goblin smasher. Oh man, Glory Hammer's so fucking good. He's like a dork, and he sings about the dorkiest shit, and he sings it so earnestly. You're just like, fuck yeah! Yeah, I'm a mighty space wizard too! Fuck yeah! And he's like all foreign. He's like Swedish. So he's got like this accent when he sings about flying through space with his hammer. It's good shit. Metal, what is that? Josh, what is the name of that record company that they all like Glory Hammer and those dwarf guys? What is the name of that? Something. I'll have to look it up because I sound like a buffoon. Napalm Records or something like that?
You may have sounded like a buffoon beforehand.
Oh, shit!
Oh, shit.
I'm still quite amused with myself for saying that you taking me through the creek was like Rick and Morty, because it absolutely is, 100%.
No, it absolutely was a Rick and Morty adventure, and I was a complete asshole for doing it, and I would do it again. Because, by God, it was funny.
Morty, put on these boots that are a size too big. We gotta go through the creek, Morty. Jeez. Oh, Rick, I feel like these boots are gonna come off in the mud. Just shut up, Morty. You're such a bitch.
So, Josh has said that he likes these drawings that you give more detail to. They are not boring. And then he says Nuclear Blast, Century Media.
Okay.
Just because he's a monster doesn't mean he doesn't have good personal hygiene, Sean.
I guess, Sean, my idea is that he chews them because otherwise they'll grow too long and be like little branches because he's made out of vegetable. I think this is looking pretty good. I'm pretty proud of this.
Yeah, no, I like it. I feel like that arm that you're working on coming from the shoulder and then moving out to the arm.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you're going to freak out and tell me I'm wrong and all that. It's got kind of an Art Adams energy.
No shit.
To me.
I mean, he's a big influence on me. I spent like the better part of 2011 and 12 trying to be Art Adams.
That's not wrong.
No, but there's only one Art Adams, but you know, yeah, like I'm only just now feeling kind of comfortable with my style. I really feel like I'm growing into it, and I feel like I'm on the verge of like being real successful and making like real good shit that'll get me hired. And that's a good feeling, but also it's not paying the bills yet. I really need it to pay the fucking bills.
Right.
Oh, yeah, Devin Townsend rules.
It has. I mean, I'm not saying that it looks like an Art Adams thing necessarily, but I am saying that it feels Art Adams-y.
Well, that's high praise.
It conveys that sort of composition and energy and attention to detail, and even some of the line work is reminiscent, I guess.
Art Adams' posing is fantastic. It's so powerful. He's got a lot of that real Kirby power stance energy, and I'd really try to bring that into my drawings.
No, he's a bonkers artist.
I love Art Adams so fucking much, dude. An artist that was influential on Art Adams is Michael Golden. I'm only really just now discovering and appreciating his work. I saw one of his. He's done some really great stuff. The first thing I saw of his was a Doctor Strange issue, and it was like like It's a Wonderful Life kind of situation where Doctor Strange gets to see what the world would be like if he had never been born, because there's like some nightmare monster infiltrating his brain, and the art for it is just beautiful.
I'm not familiar with that guy.
Yeah, you can tell, like, if you look at him and you look at Art Adams, like, especially, they both have, like, they were, like, real early adopters of, like, manga and anime influence. Like, the eyes and the face are definitely a giveaway that Art Adams is a big inspiration. He was inspired by Michael Golden.
So you're saying that Art Adams is also inspired by anime, or that Michael Golden is inspired by anime?
Yeah, they both are. Both of them. They're both early adopters of that shit in the 80s.
Huh.
Before it was, like, big over here. Because, like, these
that's
art guys,
cool.
like, Todd McFarlane was, too. Todd McFarlane, I only learned this by watching... Yeah. I only learned this by watching fucking Cartoonist Kayfabe. He would just take city backgrounds from Akira and just put it into his goddamn comic book in the Spawn and Spider-Man. I'm like,
are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. I'm like, what the fuck? I revere you, Todd McFarlane, and you're just shamelessly
That's cheap
stealing.
As shit.
I know it is. But you know,
his characters definitely have a manga energy to them, for
100%,
sure.
100%. And he's got like speed lines and all that shit. I'm missing some good stuff. Josh said it reminds me of something that would be in Heavy Metal Magazine. That's very complimentary, Josh. I'm getting too much praise at once, and I'm gonna break down. So just need to rein it in. Let's
get
talk
your
about
crying done and keep drawing.
Let's talk more about how I was portly and a teenager and would get stuck in the mud like Winnie the Pooh. That's more comfortable territory for me. Tough on the expectations for the wife if that was her first. Trey, get all 3 volumes. Spawn manga? There was a Spawn manga, huh?
That sounds rad as
fuck,
That
sounds fucking dope. Yeah, I'll check that out, Josh. 100%. I'm going to participate in a talent search that this company called Mad Cave Studios is doing. I think that's right. Let me look it up real quick.
Okay.
They have like a steampunk character and a comic book series called Woven Heart, and they want you to send in submissions with that character in that universe. So that was
It
something.
sounds cool.
Yeah, it's like a steampunk, like this agency that was headed up by the Van Helsing, and they go through time and they hunt monsters and demons and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Steampunk is the shit.
Yeah. A lot. It's getting a lot of. It's like steampunk was all the rage, and nowadays people are like, there's a backlash towards it. Like, oh, steampunk sucks. Steampunk is stupid and sucks. And I'm like, nah, it's fine. Simmer down.
It's fun. It's still fun. I like the solar punk vibe.
Woven Heart.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, for
but
real.
Steampunk holds this little special place in my Rick and Nine heart.
I am getting tired of working on this. I do kind of want to move on. I'll work on it. Let's go to 8:30.
Okay.
And then we can take, if you don't mind, we can take audience suggestions for drawings.
Yeah, I'm cool.
I was going to work on Musgrave too. Well, I'm going to work on that later when it's just me off stream. Josh says there's like a whole thing going here. We then went to 5FDP. Our last rock show was Beartooth. Okay, this is a conversation between our chat members. This is an A-B conversation. I'm going to see my way out of it. See what it did there? Did you catch that? It's a little pun. Did you die, Matthew? Call dropped. Ah, shit. Alright, folks, give me a sec. I'll get Matthew back here in a sec. Nobody panic. Doop-a-doop-a-boo, I gotta get Matt back. Get Matt back. Get Matt back. I gotta bring her back into the call so we can have a real good time with y'all. Alright, I gotta just admit him into the call here. Okay, we're getting connected.
Alright, am I here?
I can hear you. Folks, can you hear Matthew? Sean says, Matthew, wake up.
I'm trying to wake up, bud.
Wake me up. I can't wake up.
Wake me up inside.
I can't wake up.
Save me. Can you hear me? Please?
Can y'all hear Matthew? He's back. Yeah, I'm real happy with how this is turning out.
No, it looks really good.
Save
well,
me
this
from
is...
the... What's up?
This is a chart.
What is? The stream probably hasn't caught up yet.
Oh, okay.
I just gotta give it some time. Matthew is woke.
Oh, I'm woke. Hell yeah.
Get woke, go broke. She-Ra should have titties.
That's so stupid. I can't think of a dumber thing to say than that.
Yeah, dude.
Like, if you're saying that, then you're stupid.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't have to... Here's the thing that these people need to realize. You don't have to have sex with everything. You don't.
Everything doesn't have to be made to cater to your sexuality.
No,
women,
it doesn't.
even fake ones, are not here for your pleasure. It's disgusting. I hate them. Like, yeah, okay, I like fan service too, to an extent.
But there's places for that.
Sean,
there's places for that.
Right, exactly. Sean, there was a whole group of chuds and incels online who were very pissy about the fact that She-Ra, in the new She-Ra cartoon that first came out a couple years ago, they were mad because she didn't have as big of boobs as she did in the original. She didn't look as sexy to them. And it's just dumb.
Which is just inexplicably stupid.
Just incredibly puerile and sad. Like, this is what you're going to spend your time being mad about?
Right.
Let's
oh,
be
you
mad.
Want boobs? You want boobs? Have you heard of the internet before? Because there's a couple on there.
There's a couple. Linda and Janine, you just go hit them up. They'll show you some boobs. Not theirs necessarily, just some boobs.
Just can't stand it.
Okay, I just want to say that the idea of like two soccer moms from Michigan are like the source of all porn on the internet is hilarious to me. And it's not like they don't make the porn. They're just like, okay, hon, you needing some porn there? All right. What are you looking for? Big black cocks? Okay. Well, I think I got something for you here. You're really going to like it.
They just sell it out of a trailer park.
Yeah, just sell it out of the back of their soccer van. Here you go. Mom, I'm going to be late for soccer practice. Okay, hon, just a minute. We got some perverts lined up here. This is me. This is basically my job.
Sean says that people need to realize that just because a cartoon was first out when you were a kid doesn't mean they must follow you into adulthood. Let kids have cool things.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
And they certainly don't need to follow you into your toxic adulthood.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Man, Sean is laying down the good shit today.
He's laying down the good shit.
He said, I didn't expect Sesame Street to get sexier as I got older.
Top comment.
Top comment. Josh says, Trey, do you get a family discount from the porn store? I do actually get a discount. And I have used it before. But not necessarily for porn. That's all you need to know about Trey's perverted love life.
I don't think that is perverted, though.
You're right.
I don't know. I think that people in generations past have been a little hasty into putting things into the pervert bag when it's just people being people.
Yeah, and this is why I don't, for the most part, I have no problem with furries. I get it, and I get where they're coming from. And I'm not ashamed of the fact that, yeah, I've jerked off to a cartoon or two in my time. Because a drawing can be sexy, you know?
Hell yeah. A pervert is someone that is like cat calling and wolf whistling a woman walking down the street. That's pervy. That's not acceptable.
100%.
If you want to put things into your body, and it makes you happy, that's not pervy. That's just feeling good. You put ice cream in your mouth, you know?
Yeah. Josh says, I assume you get desensitized from that stuff after a while. Yeah, to an extent, Josh. Yeah. I'm surrounded by pictures of dicks and pussies all fucking day long. And I'm just like, at first, like, it took me a good year to stop being like, oh my gosh. Oh goodness, there's a lot of penises and vaginas around here. Sean says, if I were Trey, I'd draw monster replacement covers for porn video cases and secretly replace them at the porn rental place.
Hashtag marketing.
Hashtag marketing. That was the important part. Sean, that's a brilliant idea. But I would add to that, some of these porn covers don't need my help.
Are they pretty good?
Good is not the word I would use. He did say monsters. He did say monster replacement. I don't want to get too graphic because it's like, but I've seen some shit. It's like I want to be like Rutger Hauer from that scene in Blade Runner. It's like I've seen things you wouldn't believe. Oh, God. Yeah. Like, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. The only thing I don't like that's at the porn store, I find quite distasteful, is like the barely legal stuff. Like, fuck off. The only people that, like...
Yeah, that's not
The
cool.
only people that really appeals to would have sex with an underage girl. Or underage person, I should say, because it's not just women.
Yeah, that's pervy.
Yeah.
That's pervy.
Yeah.
Anal beads, not pervy.
No. And it may not be for everybody, and that is totally fine.
Well, yeah, no. Right. Something not being for everybody doesn't make it pervy. Some people don't like cilantro.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it tastes like soap, and that's just degenerate.
That doesn't make pico de gallo pervy.
Oh, pico de gallo. See, I can't hear that word without thinking of that stupid fucking song. And I know you know what song I'm talking
Pico de gallo.
You are a
You ought to give it a try, yo.
God damn it, Matthew.
Don't get it in your eye, yo.
Is there a plague
or
doctor
it'll
mask
make you cry,
porn
yo.
section? Matthew, I have the ability to mute you, and I will use it.
Okay.
Sean said, is there a plague doctor mask porn section? I'd rent one. There is not. But there are quite a few superhero porn parodies.
Even if you're from Ontario?
I hate you a lot right now. I don't love you right now. There are some that are just fucking hilarious. I bought a Herbert West Reanimator porn parody.
That's awesome.
There was a Evil Dead porn parody called Evil Head, and I was going to buy it, but it disappeared tragically.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm. Montreal has it all. Dope.
So, Montreal is the Midwest of Canada in taste.
I don't know
the
what
XX
this...
Exorcist.
The XX Exorcist. I need a sexy silver fox priest and a young twink priest. I don't know what was in the XX Exorcist. Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to go for another 8 minutes or so. I can't do math. Please don't judge me. I went to public school, dog. What do you want from me?
7 minutes now, but
7 minutes, yeah. Reagan destroyed public schools in America, so you're looking at the result, folks. Oh, now it's sad. Yeah, earlier Matthew and I, speaking of like nerds getting mad about dumb shit that doesn't matter, Matthew and I were getting mad about Jeff Bezos flying into space. And I didn't know this. Maybe you knew this. He didn't fly to space on his own money. He flew to space on our tax dollars. Because the government is bailing him out. They're giving him like $10 billion so that they could finance his going into space. That's
ridiculous on a level that I don't even have words for. Why?
Yeah, I can't.
He's got $200 billion.
He's got more money than Jesus, and he's fucking... But we gotta pay for it. And he didn't even actually go into space. He was like on the edge of space. He was
like 60 miles up.
Yeah. And it's just like, good fucking God. And I said that Jeff Bezos is a spider in a human skin suit. He's like a big bloated spider that squeezes himself into human skin. Like that one guy from Men in Black. That's what he is. But he's like this.
Yeah.
He's this greedy, awful spider that wants to consume the flesh of all humanity, and will eventually get there, with the help of the Walt Disney Corporation.
The thing that just kills me is all the bad publicity he's receiving from this isn't going to do anything.
No, nothing will do anything. It doesn't matter because when you're rich and white, you can do whatever you want. Sean said all billionaires are flying on your tax dollars. You think any pay taxes and don't get everything subsidized just to keep their businesses and jobs in the U.S.?
That's fair.
When you're right, Sean. I can't. We gotta talk about something else. I'm gonna get depressed.
Yeah, for real.
I got depressed earlier listening to a podcast talking about this shit. And I'm like, nope. It's a good podcast, though. It's called Worst Year Ever.
Is it about 2020?
Yes, it was about 2020, and now it's just keeping on going. It was literally started last year because of everything going on. It's by the people who do Some More News and also Behind the Bastards. I love Behind the Bastards. Oh, Sean just asked what podcast. And, Worst Year Ever, Sean. And also, Worst Year Ever. They got a neat little theme song. Welcome to the worst year ever. We'll get through together or not. It's good. Good stuff. Everything's so dumb. It's got Richard Evans on it, who I really like. He is the host of the podcast Behind the Bastards. Excellent podcast talking about...
Isn't he part of Red Letter Media?
No, that's Rich Evans. This is
what
different.
Did you say?
This is different. It's the same name.
Okay.
Anna said, not gonna lie, I hoped he'd die when he went to space. Yeah, Anna, you and me both.
Yeah, for real.
You and me both. I was kind of hoping. She texted me that. Oh God, I just flapped my shirt around and just realized that my microphone is attached to my shirt, so that was probably real annoying. My apologies, folks. So I intentionally drew this creature having a real unrealistically thin waist because he's a vegetable and he doesn't need organs. I just felt like I needed to justify that. I don't know.
Cheery, learning, or informative documentary podcast. I have no suggestions because everything I listen to is sad and tragic, and I learn a lot.
Everything I listen to is quite dark. You might try, what is that? What is that history podcast? Dan Carlin? What is that? It's real popular. It's a good one.
Know.
Something. Just look up history and Dan Carlin if you don't already listen to that one, Sean. See, like my favorite podcast is Last Podcast on the Left, but it can get very dark because they cover anything from UFOs and supernatural shit to true crime and serial killers. But it's also super, super funny because it's like three comedians and nerds. They're friends and they just host this podcast. Matthew, one of them is the guy who was the genie in the Murder Fist sketch Funky Butter.
Oh, okay.
And also, if you've seen Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell, he is the main character in that, the little chubby demon named Gary.
I haven't seen that.
It was on Hulu. I don't know if it still is, but it's a funny little show. It's by the creators of Aqua Teen Hunger.
I listened to Duncan Trussell Family Hour and Seeing White.
Duncan Trussell Family Hour is a good one. It's pretty chill, but it's not a information podcast, Sean.
Yeah, it's entertainment for sure. Seeing White is very informational and learning, but it's not happy because it's basically talking about the origin of racism. So.
Oh shit! I should listen to that. That sounds good. Sean said, "You guys are emo podcast listeners."
That's true.
You got us. Fucking got our asses. It's true though. Yeah. I also like to listen to horror stories and ghost stories and shit when I'm walking around in that dark ass creepy arcade room that I have to clean. It's my favorite thing.
INVASION.
Oh, it's hot.
It's really, really hot.
I don't know why I don't have my fan pointed towards me.
No one knows.
I'm gonna put my microphone down real quick and go grab that. Oh, Josh is giving out good shit for Sean. That's not emo. You guys are emo podcast listeners. When you're right, fella. I got no defense against that accusation.
None.
None whatsoever.
It's true. Your shadow was wrong on the kneecap.
Oh, what the fuck are you talking about? No, it's not.
On the kneecap, yeah, it is.
How so?
It's opposite of everything else.
Yes, but listen. Hang on. See, the light source is coming from this way. So this ridge here is making a shadow. Okay? And I'm leaving these spots open because that's like where light would hit. See what I'm saying?
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up.
Oh.
I'm not seeing what you're doing here yet.
Welcome to the worst year ever. Apparently Hulu is doing a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy miniseries. Every time...
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you just hadn't colored it in enough.
Sean said, I can't listen to negative racism and traumatic real life stuff anymore. After working at the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, I had my fill of hearing those stories. You know, I hit a ceiling. I get that 100%, Sean. 100%.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yep. And like I can only listen to so much. Oh,
yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? I can only take so much. Like today I had to just chill. But
yeah, I will listen until I get angry and start being crotchety and unreasonable, and then I'm done for a little while.
If I get fussy, I got to turn off my programs.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
So basically what's happening is I have a tantrum and then I have to get grounded.
Yes. Did you like A Quiet Place, Josh? Have you seen A Quiet Place, Matthew?
I saw part of it.
I wasn't overly impressed.
I liked it okay, what I saw of it. I'm a John Krasinski fan. I like his acting.
I am not sure how I feel about how this line is. It needs to be thicker right here because there's shadow. Yeah, I'm getting... every monster nowadays is the Cloverfield monster.
Yeah, very much.
It's really frustrating as a creature fan. Cloverfield monster is a great design. Nothing wrong with it. But how about we do something else? How about we have a different kind of monster design? Jonah Vasquez was talking about this on his art stream. By the way, Josh, if you haven't... I mean, Sean, too, but like I'm just saying Josh because Josh and I, along with Anna and Matthew even, like grew up with Invader Zim. Maybe not grew up, but it was very influential on us. And Jonah Vasquez, the creator of Invader Zim, has an art stream that he draws with like animators and animators that like worked on Invader Zim. Sometimes he has the voice actors on. Anyway, Jonah was talking about how he is also frustrated that there's just so many monsters are just the Cloverfield monster. They just have this, I'll erase this, but they just have this generic top heavy, long arms in the front, backward facing arms in the back, and then just like a small head. This is every creature design now. It's overdone. Why is this happening like this? Sean says he's never heard of Invader Zed. Well, Sean, that is a tragedy because Invader Zed, Zim, it's Zim, okay, is one of the greatest cartoons of all time. And was
really is
hugely influential and inspirational to me in my art. Anyway, here's my little Cloverfield. Like the first American, the 2014 American Godzilla movie had these monsters as a creature design, except for, they had wings. And the monsters from A Quiet Place basically have the same body design. It's boring. Find something else to do. Man, I got pretty far on this.
Yeah.
It's about 3/4 done. maybe 2/3.
It's also about 35.
Okay, I'm gonna save this. So actually, and you know what? Everybody in the chat, everybody, Anna, you too. If you don't want to say it in the chat, that's fine. You can send me a message. Give me drawing prompts, and we'll spend like this last half hour or so doing drawing prompts. Sean says, I was excited for the behemoth in the legendary Godzilla films. He was the gorilla mammoth thing. Hell yeah, he was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
He was neat as hell. I really loved the Godzilla King of the Monsters. I thought that was great.
Yeah, me too. I didn't like Godzilla versus King Kong so much, even though it had some cool stuff in it. But overall, I didn't like it all that much.
I didn't get a chance to watch it before it left HBO. Sean said, are we not sad that the Mothra twin story wasn't explored in the new movies? You better believe I'm sad.
Yes.
You better fucking believe that's heartbreaking because I fucking love the Mothra twins. I love Mothra. I didn't
Mothra's
always.
Probably my favorite character of all Godzilla.
Yeah, she's great. She's so cool. Oh shit, Anna, I don't remember. What was it last night you said you were going to draw? I might have screen capped it, Anna. Let me look. Yeah, because I love the Mothra twins. I love Mothra. In the 90s, they did a whole 3-movie series just starring Mothra. And she
really?
Yeah, she got like cool new forms. It's called Rebirth of Mothra. It was kind of geared more towards kids, but they were still like really fun. In 2 of the movies, the villain is Ghidorah, and it's just fucking awesome. And she gets like new forms and cool new powers. She goes back in time in one of them. It's really great. Ghidorah is back in time in like the 3rd one, and he's like eating dinosaurs and shit. It's rad. It's awesome. All right, give me just a sec. Yeah, I told Anna I was going to draw something, and now for the life of me cannot remember what the hell it was. Yastity. I'll look in Yastity.
While you're thinking about that, I'm going to go Wii.
Nintendo Wii?
Yep, in my toilet.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. I can't. Give me a sec, and I'm gonna have to look it up in our chat conversation. Not chat. I don't know what I'm saying here, buddy. I'm looking it up though. Hey, my phone's at 17%. That's cute. Gonna have to plug that little guy in. Draw. Scooby Dooby Doop Doop Doop. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a bogeyman. I was describing a bogeyman, and I called him Nathaniel Wittershins, and he steals rowdy children and makes them work in the sugar sand mines. Hell yes. Oh, I'm so glad you remembered that, Anna. This is such a great idea. Nathaniel Wittershins. Josh said, what about a version of the heinous abortion that was the 90s American Godzilla? I'll do that second. Trey, did you see the out-of-print Daimajin films got a special edition release? Ooh, yes, I do remember that commission, Sean. And I did not see that they got a new release. That's awesome. Was that Shout Factory, or who put that out? Save. Okay, I'm going to now do free drawing for about half an hour. I'll do Nathaniel Wittershins, the Bogeyman, and I will do the American Godzilla. Godzilla in name only, as the fans called him, or Godzino for short. Yeah, boy, that American movie. See, I liked it as a kid just because it had the name Godzilla and he looked like a dinosaur. Josh, I just told the group I don't like hearing about tragic experiences.
I'm back.
Hello.
Hey.
Josh said the Crooked Man from Conjuring 2 and the Looksee from Crypt TV are my favorite baddies lately. Crypt TV is really cool. They're a YouTube channel. They got really cool shit on it. Okay, so I'm going to draw my American Bogeyman. You know what? He's just a bogeyman. I'm not going to pin him down to one country. Did you miss me describing Nathaniel Wittershins, Matthew?
Yeah.
So, I went to take some stuff to Anna last night, and these little kids were outside playing. All right, it was 10:30, and
Okay.
there was a little girl and a little boy playing outside at night. He was riding around on a bike, and the girl, who I presume was his sister, I don't know, they could just be little buddies. They're just little fucking hoodlums, and this little girl was like, "Look out, Ben, you're gonna get run over by a reindeer." Because, like, if I hadn't been looking, I would have ran that kid over. It was like he was just farting around, and it was dark, and he had, like, a little bicycle. And then she said, "Look out, you're gonna get run over by a reindeer." And then she started doing this Fortnite dance. And they both were singing, "Grandma got run over by a reindeer." And I'm like, wow, this is hell. That is
very strange.
Yes.
Hey, John, can you give me a paper towel, please?
So
Appreciate you, bud.
I told Anna, I hope they get kidnapped by a bogeyman and taken to the sugar sand mines where they have to toil and become actual goblins. So I'm drawing Nathaniel Wittershins, the bogeyman, who takes children to the sugar sand mines.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm going to draw the irradiated iguana.
What?
Yeah, it was just a T-Rex. It was like, and then the babies were just like raptors, and it's just like,
Please.
cool. Glad to see you
What?
didn't even try. At some point here, I'm not going to be able to see the chat because my phone's going to die.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Anna said they are all terrible, unsupervised goblin children. Yes, they are. Like, their parents just did not give a fuck. Imagine letting your kid ride around.
I got a bit here.
Ride around at 10:30 at night on a fucking bike in the parking lot, and it's just like, some people. But that's fine. You know, I'm not gonna. This is what Nathaniel Wittershins is for. Oh, children, Nathaniel Wittershins has come to call. Oh, the naughty boys and girls, come with Nathaniel Wittershins. Sean says, have you all played Until Dawn? Some cool chapters in that. Love the underground mine monsters. Very like The Descent, which I love. The Descent is a great movie. I have never played Until Dawn.
I haven't
either. I have not.
Most games I play are roguelites, deck builders, that sort of thing. Because I can be bad at them and it's fine.
Dude, there's like this European boogeyman character who drives a cart pulled by cats. And he kidnaps children and shit. I fucking love that. European legends. And
that's pretty fucking cool.
This stuff is so cool. I want to put him in a D&D campaign. I don't remember his name. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, he like drives a sledge pulled by cats. And he'll take the naughty children away. Oh, I think one of his eyes is a glass bead. Oh, yes, Nathaniel Wittershins. It comes ringing a bell. Yes, okay, yes, he's gonna have a bell. and like a waistcoat. I don't know. I don't feel like getting real crazy with it at the moment. So I'm just trying to get this
Sean
idea out.
asked, "Did you see this new game, Godzilla Tokyo Clash?"
What?
I have not.
Is it like a mobile game, Sean? I'll play the shit out of that. Is it any good? Japan gets so much cooler games than we do sometimes. Like there was like a whole ass cool fighting game, Godzilla fighting game, back on the Super Nintendo, and we never got it over here. And it was like advertised in Nintendo Power, but it just never came out. We got the power, Nintendo Power. It's from Angry Video Game Nerd. Anna says, I love that face. Thank you, Anna. No, a board game with lots of kaiju minis. Oh, shit. That's awesome. Oh, God.
It's pretty awesome.
Oh, God. Sean, why you gotta tell me these things? I ain't got no money. I would love to get some cool Godzilla minis, though. Josh says he was on the phone the entire time, not telling the kids to stop, so I make eye contact and I tell a coworker, if ever there was a time to tase a child, it would be now. Okay, I didn't see the first comment. I'm not a fan of kids at all. Now, Tuesday, this dad was in service with 3-week pull-out lessons. The kids were running amok, climbing in and out of our cars on the show floor. Jesus Christ.
Bro.
Yeah. I love my kid.
You can't just walk up to them and tell them, hey, you're going to have to do something or you're going to be paying for damaged merchandise.
Yeah, no shit.
Get a handle on your business, Pally.
Yeah, like the kids, like my kid and the kids in my family, like your boy, I love those kids. But other kids, I'm good. you can keep them.
For sure.
Oh, yes. The time has come, my little lads and lassies. The time has come to answer the call of Nathaniel Wittershins. Klingity cling clang, he's got a bell. Klingity clang clang. He needs to have skeletal hands, thank you, or at least very thin ones, very claw-like hands. Hear the bell that tolls for you, boys and gals. Come with me to the sugar sand mines. Oh, he's got to have some kind of little helper who shoves kids in a sack. Matthew, help me think of some kind of impish... Like, help me think of a name for some kind of horrible, impish sidekick for this guy. Who shoves children in a sack.
Let me think here.
Hey, guess who doesn't remember what the fuck a bell looks like? Drawing a plunger. Clingity cling clang clang. Mommy, I don't want to go to the sugar sand mines. It's too late. You should have listened. Bat flap rutabaga.
What? I was thinking something less, but it's all right.
No, what are you thinking? I want to hear what you are thinking.
I had a name that I was saving for something, though, Charagra, but...
Oh, that's a good name. That's too good for some little toady. Charagra is a good monster name, dude.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about Dumpling Mother?
No.
I made this gigantic, like, semi-sentient spider that would cast magic by scraping its chitinous body together and making, like, illusions and stuff.
That's fucking rad. That's a very...
Its venom didn't kill. It would instead give you, like, hallucinations or stuff. And so if you were, like, a follower of its god, they could give you venoms that work like potions.
Matthew, you and me, we need to make, like, a bestiary of like D&D monsters for people to use in their campaigns. And
dude, that's actually a really cool idea.
Do like a Kickstarter for it. Okay, so I fucked this up. That's something we should think about for the next, near future.
Hell yeah!
A great idea. A cute puppy. I'm thinking. I'm gonna draw.
I'll start thinking about stuff, statting it out.
Okay. He's like a little creepy imp with a little cape. I imagine him having a very bat-like countenance, which is why I said bat flap rutabaga.
You know what? Call him Turnip Whittle.
Turnip Whittle. Fuck yeah, he's always eating turnips.
Like one name. Turnip, Widdle.
Oh, I love that. Perfect. Bro, you got everybody watching now. If you like Jim Henson puppet shit, like the Dark Crystal, Jim Henson's Storyteller is on Amazon Prime, and I highly fucking recommend that show. It's just like 6 to 9 episodes long. It's from the 90s. And it's so good. Like, my favorite episode is Death and the Soldier. And each one is like a retelling of like a folk tale or like a fairy tale. And Death and the Soldier is like about this soldier who comes home from the war and he meets several people and yada yada yada. He gets a magic sack, okay? It's like a sack of holding. But he can command things to enter into it. And eventually he commands death to enter into it when his daughter is on her deathbed. And it's just really good. There's like little demons and shit. It's full of beautiful puppets. I love that show so much. And Turnip Whittle reminded me of it.
Sean says he doesn't have Prime, but he has that book in hardcover.
I didn't know there was a book.
That's really fucking cool.
That is really cool. I would love to see that. I need to check that shit out. I love Jim. And John Hurt is the storyteller.
Nice.
Oh, Josh says it could be an actual turnip whose malevolent creator was the Onion King.
The Saint of Onions.
Yeah, I was just thinking of Saint of Onions when you said your dumpling thing earlier. Like, that could be a character in that universe. We should develop that universe, Matthew.
We should.
Like, we could make the hell out of a young adult comic book. The reason why I keep coming back to young adults... I'm sorry.
Right. Oh, John said the Saint of Onions didn't have any pants.
Well, we can fix that. We can give them...
Or not. That's
or not.
funny.
I mean, whatever. The reason why I bring up young adult stuff is because that's the fastest growing comic book market right now. It's huge. And we got to get in on that shit, dude.
I think the Saint of Onions actually did have pants.
Okay. We might give him pants. So, you said that young adult is the fastest growing market?
Mm-hmm. It's huge right now.
I would have to think about how to present my writing style in that way. So I have a tendency to overwrite a lot.
Yeah. Like, honestly, like, watching shit like Gravity Falls is a huge way to educate yourself about, like, writing for, like, an all-ages group. I mean, I'd also recommend watching, like I said, Owl House and Amphibia. I know these are cartoons, but, like, I don't know.
I don't have a problem with cartoons.
Yeah, well, I just meant that they're not comics.
I'm about to finish Madoka Magica with my eldest, and then we're going to move on to Bleach after that. So
you're watching Madoka Magica with John?
No, with Sierra.
Oh, okay. I fucking love Madoka Magica, dude. Do you remember when I tried to get you to watch it?
Yeah, no, and I started it and then got immediately distracted. So
yeah, I'm glad you're watching it again, because I fucking love Madoka Magica. Josh, in my mind, this guy is made of rutabaga, but you can't, or made of turnip, but you can't tell. I don't know, because I'm just doing this right now. Maybe he was like carved out of a turnip. Oh, fuck yes.
I watched a decent part of Oron High School Host Club with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
I believe that was one of the comic books, one of the manga that got that young lady in trouble on the farm.
Oh, really?
Yep, that one and fuck.
Fruit Basket.
Fruits Basket. Yep, Fruits Basket. She got in trouble for Fruits Basket because boys couldn't touch girls in that comic. Well, that's just wrong. What about getting married?
What about homosexuality?
Yeah. Sean said started cute, then takes a huge turn. Ha. Are you referring to Madoka Magica? Because it totally does. Sean, do you watch a lot of anime? Did I know this? Have you talked about this?
I believe. Fucking what?
That's awesome.
God damn. Get back here.
Also, I just sounded like Jay Leno. Have you heard this? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Sean watches anime. Have you guys seen this? Have you heard about this? Fucking Jay Leno. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to call this good for now. It's definitely something I want to revisit. Clang, clang, clang.
I watched another one with her, and I don't remember what it was called, but they're like in high school, they're obsessed with gambling. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that doesn't ring any bells for me at all. Interesting.
And a few episodes of one with where volleyball won a sports anime, and it was actually pretty good.
Dope. Josh said he had a friend that just made a Guyver mini. That's awesome.
That kicks ass.
A mutual friend of Matthew's and I has a 3D printer, and he makes fucking rad shit all the time. Sean says, I read manga and a little anime. Sean, have you read Berserk? Have you done Berserk at all? It's real good. It does get very intense. There is some, definitely for anybody who hasn't read it, trigger warnings for sexual assault. I don't like that about it, but it's not as exploitative as you might think, because it deals with the ramifications of people who have gone through trauma. And also it's got a guy with a big sword that kills monsters. Yeah, Sean, the artwork alone is worth it. It's just incredible. Josh has a 3D printer and he's never used it. Josh, what are you doing to me here? You're killing me, Smalls.
More importantly, what are you doing to yourself?
Yep. Turnip Whittle.
Yes, master. Fetch me the children. Right away, master. Come, children. Much fun to be had in the sugar sand mines.
Junji Ito is a crazy good artist. I
love Junji Ito. Uzumaki, fucking awesome. I haven't read Drifting Classroom. Oh, wait. Okay, is that an older thing, Sean? Where, like, what am I thinking of? Is that the one where, like, the whole school disappears? And the kids have no idea what's going on? Because I have read that, and it fucking rules. I've read, like, the first 2 volumes. Okay, so how much...
Seven Deadly Sins kicks ass.
Does it? I've heard good things for a while, but I've just never checked it out.
I really like it. I haven't finished the latest season they came out with, but I really, really like it.
It's time
I haven't watched Devil as a part-timer, though. Sean said yes.
Yeah, that's a good one, Sean. I love that manga. I've only read a couple volumes. Sean, Josh too. Any y'all watching? Have you read Blackjack? He's a super doctor. It's by Osamu Tezuka, the guy who invented Astro Boy. It's really good. He's like the best doctor in the whole fucking world. He can do almost miraculous things. But he refuses to work with the medical industry. So he just like works privately and charges outrageous shit. But he'll like help people also. He's kind of a bastard, but you know that deep down he is actually a good guy. And he has like this little homunculus girl that he made out of a person's tumor that was growing inside their body. It's so fucking cool. It's great. Sean says,
That's cool.
I need cool manga that has cool Japanese spaceships and sci-fi, like the old Godzilla films from the 60s. Got any recommendations? Oh, shit. Sean, you are really putting me on the spot. Have you read Battle Angel Alita? That's got a lot of great sci-fi stuff.
Sailor Moon!
Frank and Fran fucking rules. It's similar to that, but it's got a more serious vibe to it, Sean. Yeah, Sailor Moon's great. It doesn't have, like, a lot of spaceships and shit. Battle Angel Alita. That's how it was brought to America.
What about the Gundam stuff?
Yeah, there's Gundam stuff too, Sean. I don't even know where to start.
Was it Neo Genesis?
Oh yeah, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yeah.
Oh, Tenchi Muyo. Yeah, I love Tenchi. Tenchi's great. Although it was an anime first, but there are some Tenchi Muyo manga. Man, like, I mean, the best spaceships in manga for me are like Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, I mean, Cowboy Bebop's got lots of shit like that, Sean. They got fantastic spaceship designs. I don't know if you've seen that already. Okay, I'm going to draw the TriStar Godzilla, and then we can call it quits, because I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I need to go here in a little bit anyway.
Okay.
But yes, Josh, Seven Deadly Sins is campy in places, and I love it for that.
I'm down to clown with campy shit. I'm campy.
It's very charming. It's very charming.
What are you noping, Sean? I don't remember what was said. Yeah, you're 100% right, Sean. I have a terrible memory, and it is quite likely worse than yours because I don't remember words that just left my mouth. I'm going to move this a bit. I really need to learn my hotkeys. Yeah, highly recommended, Sean. If you haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, it is some of the best, like, it's like Blade Runner, only it's an anime and it's got a lighter tone. It's not like goofy. It's very, very fun. It has cool fucking kung fu and shit in it. You watched Cowboy Bebop with me, didn't you, Matt?
Some. I haven't
So
watched
it's been a while. It was probably
to.
when we lived in Leon, huh?
Yeah, no, for sure. I liked what I saw, though.
Oh, it's fantastic. Cowboy Bebop is the anime for people who don't like anime. Because it's just good. It's just a good show. And, like, the art direction is beautiful. And it's got all these references to, like, Bruce Lee movies. Yeah, I fucking love Cowboy Bebop. I'm also kind of loving this TriStar Godzilla. Yay.
Ooh, I'm a sneaky boy.
The movie of Captain Harlock was really cool. It was on Netflix for a while.
Oh, I haven't seen that, but Captain Harlock is a great character.
It was fucking...
He's so awesome. This fucking sexy eye patch and shit. I haven't read the manga. If it's available in English, I'm going to look for it. Kamen Rider manga is coming to English later this fall, which is cool.
That is cool.
Kamen Rider's so great. Have you checked it out, dude?
I haven't.
There was something I recommended to you to listen to it. I don't remember what it was. Do you remember?
I'm familiar with it somewhat.
Yeah, Kamen Rider's great. You were going to
What about
listen.
Moomin?
Oh, you were going to listen.
What about Moomin Rider?
I don't know what that means.
That's from One Punch Man?
Oh, shit. Guess what? Moomin Rider is inspired by Kamen Rider.
I know.
Kamen Rider is one of the most popular things in Japan, like Ultraman and shit. It was a Glass Cannon podcast. Did you start listening to that yet?
No.
Yeah, you got to get on that, brother.
I got to get on everything. all at once.
Yeah, but get on Glass Cannon first.
One Punch!
One Punch! I love One Punch Man, dude.
I love that song
it's so good.
so much.
One Punch Man is like the Tick for anime.
It is. It's so good.
It is. It's great. I am just not liking this arm. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with it, but I like this overall. This is the embodiment to me of the fucking American Godzilla, the first one from the 90s. You know what I think of when I think Godzilla? Matthew Broderick.
Yeah,
Ferris
for sure.
fucking Bueller. I just said that like Captain Spaulding. Ferris fucking Bueller. Aren't we fucking funny? Don't we make you laugh?
One Punch Man is good, but it's just I don't know how to the Tick for anime is a great way to describe it.
Yeah, because it lampoons superheroes, but also has awesome superhero shit in it.
And it makes fun of anime too.
Yes, 100%.
And it's just good.
It makes fun of it, but it's with a reverence and a love.
Yeah.
It's not It's not deriding. It. You can tell the people responsible for it really fucking love anime. All right. Here's the American Godzilla. Here's the World Trade Center because it was in the movie, and he was running around it.
They haven't edited it out at all?
No, nobody gives a shit. Who fucking cares? This movie sucks.
I thought they edited it out of Spider-Man, though, didn't they?
Of
course, that was right around the time, though.
Yeah, it was just exactly around the time. Yeah. Hey, you like my New York skyline? There it is. There's New York. Can't you smell it? Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Godzilla's singing this song. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. New York. That's how he says it. He's trying to blend in. New York. Sometimes I just delight myself to no end with the dumb shit that I draw. Oh, Lord. Alright, well, I think we're going to have to call it quits. My throat hurts from talking. But I guess we have been talking for 3 hours because Matthew and I had to plan some shit. And we started early. But thank you so much, everybody, for coming by. I felt real good about this stream. This was fun. This was
a good one.
Good stream. Thank you guys for coming by. We love all of you very much. Godzilla's a monstrous gremlin that lived through Gremlins 2. He's the offspring of the guy who plays the Doctor in Deep Space Nine. Or no, was it Voyager? Did Voyager have the hologram Doctor?
Yes.
Yeah, he's in Gremlins too. So this is the offspring of the girl Gremlin and that guy.
They had a romantic evening, and this is what happened.
Well, Matthew, you gotta watch Gremlins 2. It's so fucking good. It's literally, like, no joke, it's probably my favorite movie of all time. I'm not saying it's the best, but I am saying it's my favorite. It's a comfort movie. I've seen that movie dozens of times. But yeah, okay. Anyway, thank you guys. We love you, and we will see you next time. Now is the time when I turn off the stream. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you for stopping by.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
All right, then, friend. Talk to you later.
Peace. Bye-bye.